Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is another video on number and calculations for checkpoint. These videos are going to be helpful to cover your syllabus along with the similar kind of questions that you receive in the examination. So in the first two lessons we learnt about irrational numbers and standard form. This lesson we are going to focus on indices, right? So now let's start. Indices. What are indices? Now indices or an index. Indices is plural form of index, are another word of power and are small floating numbers that appears after a number, on top of the number you can say, or a letter. The number which has the index or power applied to it is called the base. The indices means instead of writing like this, for example, we write 5, 4 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, we can simply write is 5 power 4. So, meaning like this 5 power 4, let me explain here. So, index. So, this number is called base. So, base is 5 here, okay, and index is 4. This is also called exponent. Another name is exponent, right? So, indices is the plural of index, right? So, that is what the meaning of indices. So, we have some laws of indices. I will start with the very basic things that you need to know. First of all, let us say you have anything to the power 1, that is simply 1, meaning like here we did example 5 power 4. 5 power 4 means we write 5 as 5 times 5 times 5. If I have 5 power 1, that means we are just repeating 5 ones only, okay. So, 5 power 1 is 5. So, similarly here example 6 power 1 is 6, and if you have a you can have a number, you can have a letter as well. So, x power 1 is x, or you have two letters a b, then power 1 means a power, this one belongs to whatever you have inside, a power 1, b power 1. So, then finally we have a b. I hope that is clear now. Now then second, anything to the power 0 is simply 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So, like for example x power 6, this gives us a rule of the exponent or indices, x raised to power 0. So, anything raised to power 0 is 1. You need to remember this always, does not matter what number you have down here. So, anything, meaning here you can have any number, any big number, negative number, fraction, whatever, when you got power 0, then that is equal to 1. For example, here 3 raised to power 0 is 1, 68 power 0 is 1, e power 0 is 1. So, I can have a number, let us say 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, whatever number you take, and when you raise this to 0, that means it is 1. So, that is very clear, anything raised to power is 1, right. Now, next multiplication. So, we do simple calculations, as you know, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So, rule for the multiplication. So, when multiplying numbers with the same base, you add the powers, right. So, let me write here, we have, he said, we have when multiplying numbers. So, we multiply the numbers like this, right, with the same base. So, this is the base, let us say you have power m here and you have power n here, then we add the powers to that number. So, it will be x m plus n, right. So, we will have we will going to add the power, make sure that your base is same. Now, here it is 3 power 3, 3 power 5. So, we added 3 power 3 power 3 plus 5. So, this is 3 power 8. Then we have another letter there, a power 6 and a power 4. So, this is going to be a power 10. Now, here we see we have two different numbers you are given here, I mean letter given, a power 3 times a b. So, a is here happening twice. So, a then there is nothing here on top, that means there is 1. So, 3 plus 1, then we have b. So, this becomes a power 4 and there is no other b there. So, we will remain as it is. So, final answer is here is a power 4 b. Now, here another example, you see here we have x and y. The variables are, letters are x and y. So, look at x. X has exponent index 2 and x power negative 4. So, but there is a multiplication sign and then we will add. Base is same, x and x. So, we add. So, this is 2 plus this negative 4, right. That will be the power of x, which finally turn to negative 2. X is 2 minus 4, then it will be negative 2. Now, going for y, if you look at y, look at the powers of y. Here y is 1, here y is 2. So, we base is same, y and y. So, we are going to add the power. So, it is 1 plus 2, that gives us y power 3, right. So, let us repeat this. When you multiply, so multiplying numbers with the same base, you add the powers, right. Now, let us move to next division. So, we have division here. When dividing numbers with the same base, you subtract the power, right. 8 and 8, base is 8, it is the same. So, then we subtract the power. The power is 7 minus 5. So, 7 minus 5, it is 2. So, 8 power 2. Now, b, again base is same, you see b and b, then subtract the power. 9 minus 2, that is 7, b power 7. Now, with the different variables here, we have x and x. So, here we have division sign, x base is same. So, 3 minus minus 1, you see here 3 minus minus 1, so this minus and minus becomes positive, and in the end we get here x power 4, right. Now, going for y, so if you look at y, we have for y here this and this, two numbers here. So, negative 2, we have power negative 2 and power 4. Then we are going to subtract negative 2 minus negative 4. So, this will be negative 6. So, final answer is x 4 and y negative 6, right. Now, multiplication of powers. So, you may have a number, let us say x, and then you have power m, and then you can have another power, right. So, when raising one power to the another, the powers are multiplied together. So, we multiply the power. So, m and both are these powers. So, we are going to multiply them, m times n. So, for example, 4 power 2, outside we have 4. So, then we multiply 2 power 4, then it is 4 power 8. Similarly, here c power 3 times 5, this gives us c power 50. So, again going back to see the rule, when raising one power to another, the powers are multiplied simply, right. So, let me revise. We have done multiplication. When you multiply different same base, you add the power. When you divide numbers with the same base, you subtract the power, and when you multiply, then you multiply the powers. You have the same base and then you two powers there, then you simply multiply, right. Now, next we have negative powers. So, you may have negative power or equivalent to the reciprocal. So, negative powers are equivalent to the reciprocal. The base can be flipped upside down and the power made positive. So, you see here a power negative m is 1 over a power. So, it will come down. So, if it is 1 here, so that means we are taking the reciprocal, right. So, now here 8 power negative 2. So, we will write in the denominator 1 over, then power becomes positive, 8 square, it is 64. Similarly, c power minus 3 is 1 over c power 3. So, 3 power negative 1. So, this 1 will come down here, that will become positive 1 over 3. So, if we have a fraction here 4 over 5, and you can flip, you see here this 4 over 5 and we came here 5 over 4, and then the power became positive from negative, right. So, then 5 square over 4 square 25 over 16. Okay. So, whenever you get negative powers, they are equivalent to the reciprocal, right. Now, this is the summary of the laws of indices that we have done. When you have base same, add the power, right. When you have base same and you have a division sign there, then you subtract the powers, and if you have two powers there, then you multiply the powers, right, and anything raised to power 0 is 1, and if you have a negative number on the in the power, then it is the reciprocal, right. So, these are all the rules. Now, let us practice some questions here. Simplify the following: 8 p4 times 4 p8. Now, first of all you take the number. So, numbers we have 8 times 4 and base p is same and there is a multiplication sign. So, we are going to add the powers, right. So, this gives us 32 p power 12. Okay. Now, 7, 8 and 9 are the numbers. So, I will take numbers first. 7 times 8 times 9. Now, you see this is r here and we have another r here. So, they are in multiplication, we are going to add the power 6 plus 4, then we have s, there is no other s will remain the same, right. So, when you multiply, this comes out to be 504 6 power sorry r, it is not 6. So, then you have 504 r power 10 and s power 5. Okay. Now, here looking at the numbers, we have 2 and this is a. Now, see, do not just quickly add the powers, look at the base. This base and this base is same, but a is different. So, we are not going to include that with the 2. So, 2 has base same, then powers we are going to add, and then we have a power 3 remains as it is. So, 2 power 8 plus 5 13 a 3. This is going to be final answer. You can leave answer here or you just use your calculator, it comes out to be 8192. Okay. Now, part D. We have numbers here, we have different numbers here. I will just separate the numbers first. 9, then we have 4 power 8, 9 4 power 8, then we have 2, then we have 4 power 5, and then looking at the other these letters, we have f. Do we have another f here? No, there is no f, f4, then we have g power 8. So, there is no other f for g. So, you are just going to multiply. So, when you multiply all of these, so this we can just write 9 times 2, it is 18, and then we have 4 power 8 plus 5, f power 4 and g power 8. So, you just multiply, this is 18 into 4 power 13 f4 and g8, right. So, it depends, if your question comes out to be like simplify fully, then you can multiply these using calculator, and mainly we are looking for the powers here. Okay. Now, these were all examples of multiplication, as you see. Now, this is the question when we have division involved in here. So, let us see how we will do that. So, meanwhile guys, write in your comment section how do you like the video, are you getting the concepts or you want to continue with such kind of videos, then I will do that. Let me know in the comment section please, your feedback matters a lot. Okay, so now this is we have base same, base is x and x, right, and then we have division sign, meaning when we divide, so we are going to subtract the powers. We have x power 2 here, x power 1 here. So, 2 minus 1, right. Then y is 3 minus 2. So, final answer is x 1, I am leaving 1 there. So, 3 x 1 and y 1. So, you can write x and y, right. Now, part B, we have numbers here, you see 16, it is always, you can even write like this, let me show you, you can even write like this sometimes, then it is easier, f3 and g. So, this 4 times 4 it gets cancelled. So you have 4, then f, because they are in division, so we are going to subtract 7 minus 3, then g is 2 minus 1. So final answer is 4 f power 4 and g, right. Now number part C, 2 r S and T, we have 3 letters here, R, S, T. So there is no other number, so it's only 2. Then we have R power 8 minus 2, because this is R8 here, this is R2 here. Then S power 5, 5 is here, 2 is here, 5 minus 2. Then T square, because there is no other T, right. So then we will write it down. So this is 2 R power 6, S power 3 and T power 2, right. Now number part B of this is we have 21. Again you have two numbers here. So 21 divided by 3, it is 7, and then j power is 8, there is no other j here. K power 3 minus 2 and L power 3 minus 1, right. So this is 7 j 8 k 1 and L squared, right. So this is the final answer. So this is how you will deal the questions while they involve multiplication and division, right. So now here we have the powers. So the power, I told you that if you have a number 2 powers together like this, then we multiply the powers, right, m times n. So then this is here 8, 9 times 3, it is 27, 8 power 27. So here h power 4 times 16, it is 64, h 64. Then we have f power 5, t power 8 times 5. So we have f5 and t power 40, right. And this one, last one here, this 4 belongs to both of them, right. So that means it is c squared power 4 and then d power 3 4. So this is c power 8 and d power 3 times 4, it is 12. So this is the final answer. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys understood. Kindly like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.